welcome to the Deep Dive. Today we're turning our attention to, well, a truly remarkable ancient text. We're diving into Song of Songs, Chapter 1.
Ah, yes. Chapter 1.
We're going to try and unpack some of the really vivid imagery and intense emotion in these verses, see what insights we can find.
It is pretty striking, this first chapter. It really doesn't waste any time, does it? It establishes this powerful sense of longing and mutual desire right away.
Right from the absolute start, it opens with this incredibly direct plea. Let him kiss me with the kisses of his mouth, for your love is more delightful than wine. I mean, that's hardly shy.
No, not at all. And it immediately uses these potent kind of familiar sensations, the pleasure of a kiss, the delight of wine, to convey just how intense and rich this connection is. It's not simply liking someone. It's presented as something more profoundly satisfying than even everyday luxuries like wine.
And that sensory language just keeps going. Pleasing is the fragrance of your perfumes. Your name is like perfume poured out. It's about scent, reputation.
Yeah.
Something almost intoxicating that draws people in. Which makes sense, because right after that it says, no wonder the maidens love you.
Yeah.
It really paints this picture of someone just radiating desirability.
Yes, exactly. It suggests this attraction is, widely felt. It underscores the beloved's allure. Then the voice shifts a bit. There's this strong desire for physical closeness, maybe even a change in status or setting.
You mean the lines, take me away with you, let us hurry, let the king bring me into his chambers.
Precisely that. It adds another layer, doesn't it? Whether this king is literal or maybe metaphorical or symbolic, it hints at a setting of real significance, power, perhaps, or ultimate intimacy.
Okay, and then others join in.
Yeah, it seems like a community voice joins, echoing the feeling. We rejoice and delight in you. We will praise your love more than wine. It reinforces this idea that the love is celebrated, it's valued, even collectively. And notice it brings us back to that comparison with wine again.
Right. Okay, but here's where, for me, something really fascinating comes up. It's a description from the speaker herself. Dark am I, yet lovely, O daughters of Jerusalem.
Ah.
Dark like the tents of Kedar, like the 10 curtains of Solomon. It's this direct acknowledgement of her appearance, specifically her skin tone.
It's a crucial self-description. You have to think about the context. For, say, settled city dwellers like the daughters of Jerusalem, fairer skin might have suggested leisure status, less time working outside.
Okay.
So the reference to the tents of Kedar helps frame this. The Kedar were nomads, right? Their tents were known for being dark, sturdy goat hair, constantly out in the elements.
Exposed to the sun.
Exactly. And then Solomon's curtains adds another dimension, maybe suggesting something rich, darkly dyed, beautiful and valuable, but still dark.
So she's pointing out this darkness, maybe even expecting judgment, because she immediately says, do not stare at me because I am dark, because I am darkened by the sun. And she explains why. My mother's sons were angry with me and made me take care of the vineyards. My own vineyard I have neglected, which suggests her skin isn't just, naturally dark, but it's the result of hard outdoor labor. Forced labor, potentially.
And that phrase, my own vineyard I have neglected, that could easily be a metaphor, maybe for her own well-being, her personal life, sacrificed because of this work.
It completely reframes it. Her darkness is tied to her tough circumstances, her work, but she explicitly pairs it with, yet lovely.
Yes. It's not an apology. It feels like an assertion of her beauty alongside her darkness, despite any social baggage that might carry. It really makes you wonder, how does her identity, shaped by this labor and circumstance, inform her sense of self-worth?
Exactly. Then the dialogue shifts again. It becomes quite practical. A question to her beloved. Tell me, you whom I love, where you graze your flock, where you rest your sheep at midday. She's actively seeking him.
Wants to find him, maybe wary of being separated or going astray while looking, and his response is immediate, very reaffirming, even while giving directions. If you do not know, most beautiful of women, he directly counters any insecurity her previous lines might have hinted at.
He calls her most beautiful.
Right there. And his comparisons for her are just as powerful. He likens her to a mare harnessed to one of the chariots of Pharaoh.
That feels incredibly strong, valuable.
Oh, absolutely. In that world, Pharaoh's chariots were symbols of immense power, wealth, military might. The horses pulling them, they were prized assets. Beautiful, strong. Vibrant.
So comparing her to that.
It's not just saying she's strong. It's saying she is supremely valuable, magnificent, beautiful, like the finest, most crucial part of royal power.
Wow. Then the focus zooms in a bit to ornamentation. Your cheeks are beautiful with earrings, your neck with strings of jewels, highlighting adornments.
Yes, things that enhance her beauty. And there's a promise of more. We will make you earrings of gold studded with silver. It's about recognizing her inherent loveliness and wanting to add to it, emphasizing her worth.
And the scene seems to swing back, maybe to that grander setting hinted at earlier. While the king was at his table, my perfume spread its fragrance. Her presence, her essence, is noticed even there.
It's potent. And she, in turn, describes her lover using equally precious sensory images. My lover is to me a sachet of myrrh resting between my breasts.
Very intimate.
Deeply intimate.
Yeah.
And my lover is to me a cluster of henna blossoms from the vineyards of Engedi. Myrrh, henna, valuable, fragrant things used for perfume for beauty, and Engedi was famous for its quality, a lush oasis. Placing the myrrh between her breasts makes it this deeply personal treasure.
Then we get those really beautiful mutual declarations that people often remember. How beautiful you are, my darling. Oh, how beautiful. Your eyes are doves.
And his immediate response, "Oh, handsome you are, my lover. Oh, how charming." This back and forth, this volley of praise, it just underscores how mutual their admiration is.
Yeah. And they even describe their shared space, linking their love to nature and strong structures. And our bed is verdant, like green and alive.
The beams of our house are cedars, our rafters are firs. It's as if their love itself creates or inhabits this space that's lush, living, but also built with the finest, most durable materials. Cedar and fir were prized timbers.
So as we sort of explored in this first chapter, Song of Songs just plunges you right into these passionate, very direct expressions of desire, mutual admiration, using this incredibly rich, specific imagery from the ancient world. It's surprisingly bold.
Very personal, very direct.
And we talked quite a bit about that really striking self-description, dark am I yet lovely, which seems tied to her work, her circumstances, but is also this assertion of beauty. So, considering all the lavish praise that comes from her beloved later, what does it really mean that the speaker herself introduces this complexity about her appearance and background right near the start? That's maybe something to ponder as you reflect on this deep dive.